blues. It's kind of like country in a way. It's just the other side of the tracks. And jazz comes from the blues. Jazz comes from that. Jazz is the sinner's blues, okay? Those that walk away from the church but are still infected with its root is the jazz, okay? That's what it is. I love the blues. It influences today's music in that rock and roll is basically 3 chords, 4 chords. For me, there's no strings in rock and roll. When I heard rock and roll in the beginning, Little Richard, Chuck Berry, you know, there were no strings. And that's what I loved about it. There were no strings. It was moved away from our parents' music. It wasn't Guy Lombardo, nor was it Duke Ellington. It moved away from that. This was our music, our generation. Like every generation has their music. It's 12 bars of whatever you can get away with. That's what it is. Someplace in there, the cotton field is where that 12-bar question answer began, you know, and down in the lower 40s answering, we're talking to each other in a way that the man could not understand, because we're planning an escape or we're planning whatever, and we do it musically because he don't get it. Sad to say, and for the most part, I still don't get it. There are some that do. Lay down and sleep in a hollow log. Who am I is a sizable question. My name is Eric Mercury, and I'm the guy they call the Electric Black Man.
I want to tell you about Electric Black Man. It don't mean nothing. And if I get it in my mind to ask, I'm going to ask for something. Make no never mind.
I grew up in Toronto and in church. I was a church body in Toronto from the age of 5, you know, junior choir. In the junior choir, I met other kids who told me that I sounded like Frankie Lyman, and it was over. I used to live in LA. I used to live everywhere, okay? So, but at this time, in the late 70s, I was living in LA. Roberta Flack happened to be in Los Angeles. She called me late at night and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not doing anything." She said, "Why don't you hop in your car and come over to Stevie Wonder's office in the Motown building?" You gotta keep in mind, I have a different ethic about writing songs, right? It has to be between me and God. I can't use an audience at that point, you know what I'm saying? I walk into Stevie's office, there's 40 people there. So Stevie was introduced to me and he said, "Come over and sit by me on this bench." So they were laughing and playing games and eating chicken and doing whatever, and Stevie was over on the piano bench working on music, obviously, because, by the way, he doesn't have interference of sight. All that Stevie does is hear what's going on in his life, you know what I mean? It's music, it's all about music. And when he writes something, he hears it all at the same time. That is to say, he hears the strings, he hears the horns, he hears it all at the same time. So when he writes it, it's amazing.
Fooling impossibility, making love not a fantasy.
So I come over and sit next to him on the bench, and he's playing this very thing. He's got a piece of it written. La da da, you are my, you know, he's fumbling for it, and he doesn't fumble long. Anyway, so I began to sing, and he stopped playing. He said, "Sing that again." And of course, I couldn't quite couldn't get it out. You know what I mean? Stevie Wonder's asking me to sing for him. Big deal.
1, 2, 3, 4. Stevie Wonder. Yours truly. Wrote this for Donny. An angel whispered to me when I woke this morning that
Stevie Wonder and I wrote this, "You Are My Heaven." The lyric of the song is, "An angel whispered to me early in the morning that I'd find heaven by my side." Now I made this decision, I love you, my religion. Love is in my soul and in my eyes. No one can ever change my mind, oh no, because I got you here right by my side. It's simple. But in all of my songs, there's always some reference to that which is holy, spiritual, and religious. That just came with the territory. I know that was planted in me, and every time I write something, I hear that. I don't look for that, but it's always present. "You Are My Heaven" is a song that was recorded by Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack, and I produced the record that came from that. Donny Hathaway was beyond a great singer. He wasn't just a singer. This was an orchestrator, a producer, an arranger, a songwriter. He was a child prodigy. You know, from a very early age, he was out of this world. He's the one.
put your hand in the hand of a man, still water. Put your hand in the hand.
Donny Hathaway is frightening, and he frightens a lot of people. I mean, respectfully speaking. He's an anointed singer. You can tell this comes from off the planet. It's not on the planet where this comes from. This is a spiritual gift. Donny's been away for a long time. When I say away, out of the public sphere. He was away dealing with health issues that he had. The last time I saw Donny Hathaway, Donny he wasn't well. He was being taken care of, living in a hospital, I was told, outside of Atlanta, and he brought to New York to do these vocals on this record. This is 1979. I'm a kid from Canada. I didn't think Donny should have had to be there to make records to pay for his hospitalization. He should have been looked after. This guy had been working and making lots of people rich. This morning, we were gonna do vocals. Now, that'll tell you how unwell he was. Nobody sings in the morning. You could get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to have a vocal session? No. That happens way down in the evening, you know what I'm saying, or late afternoon, but nobody sings in the morning. Well, Donny had to. We didn't have designer medications for your depression problems, so we had to get it early in the morning.
Of a stream, so love me tonight.
He was in the studio. We had to play the track for him. And he had the lyrics out there. And he sang it a few times. He said some things in his voice. And he said some things in someone else's voice. In somebody else's voice, some other entity's voice. The engineer was frightened to death. We thought we saw. Did you ever see The Exorcist? We thought we saw that. And when he spoke, it was not one voice, it was maybe 3 voices saying the same thing in chorus. I looked at Roberta and I said, let's stop this.
Giving up is hard to do. When you
The phone was ringing when I came in the house. I picked up the phone. I'm serious, it rang a long time. And it's Roberta. And she says, quote, honey, are you sitting down? She says, sit down.
so hard to do.
She said, really, sit down. So I sat down. She said, Donny is dead.
You still depend upon
I said, what are you talking about? I just left you.
her warm and tender.
And then she proceeded to tell me the story that apparently he got dressed, he had a bath, he got dressed entirely and opened the window and stepped out. Donny took his life, as they tell us. I have to thank you, by the way, for allowing me to talk about this because it's cathartic for me. I've been able to talk about this.
You know what, Donny Hathaway, you know what, I see Donny Hathaway as like on Mike Harley and Anderson. Like on Marvin Gaye, like great, but Donny Hathaway, like, if I ever leave you, baby. He couldn't contain himself, he had something in him, you know.
You can say I told you so. If I ever hurt ya, I hurt myself as well.
See if you can hear it. It's like when you imagine music in your head. You think you're hearing new things sometimes, and you might be, but it's doubtful, but it's what you hear that's pleasing. He put it there for us to run after. He put it right there for us. Amy Winehouse, Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, I'm just to name a few. I'm talking about artists. I'm not merely referencing singers, but artists, you know?
Well, I wasn't making too much money.
Some are jukeboxes, some are not. Amy was, you know, I think about her a lot. What would have happened when she was 60 years old? What would she be telling us? She told a whole generation about Donny Hathaway, actually, and about this kind of music, and about Ella Fitzgerald. She brought that to a whole generation.
Do you think I want my loved one gone?
It seems to me the demise is always something unfortunate and sad, but it's almost like they were too good to be with us for too long. It's almost like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very soulful Mr. Donny Hathaway.